good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Field X39 Saturday training. We are so glad that everybody is here. Steve and Gina, I think you guys are on the line, yes?
Yes, we are here, fired up.
Fired up. Well, what a training we had last week, right?
Yeah, wow.
Oh my gosh, my phone is still exploding from people all over the world saying it is the best event they've ever attended. They learned everything that they needed to do in order to be able to help make 2023 be their best year ever.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I'm really excited about today.
Yeah.
We have one of my most favorite speakers. He's so fun.
We are going to have a blast today. It's wild.
Yes, it is.
Gina, go ahead.
So, hey, we'd like to welcome everybody to the 90-day launch to Senior Director. We are super excited coming out of the gate strong with our most amazing Tim and Sabrina Gidley, Executive Directors. This is a big deal, guys. We missed them last week. Tim was doing some events. And so we thought, you know what better to have him be the first one on this 90-day launch. So we're excited to open up the room and welcome Tim Gidley.
Okay, guys, the key that we're going to be talking about, first of all, is setting everyone up. This is all about winning in your first 90 days of 2023. And there's not a better couple than Tim and Sabrina, brand new executive. Third highest from the top rank of the company, and they're going to be teaching us how they did it. Now, what do you need to be doing as you come out of the gate early in 2023? And there's the great thing is you're surrounded with mentors and leaders that are setting you up to win and succeed, like we heard on Saturday's event. Your first goal in the very first 90 days is to get yourself to manager. So Tim and Sabrina are going to tell you how they did it. So I want you to write that down and say, hey, in the next 30 days, at least if you've got a goal set, you are going to be setting yourself up for success. Many people that say, hey, in 30 days, I'm going to go manager, get it done in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The key is you've got something to shoot for. So our goal is to do that in the first 30 days. In 60 days, how do you go director? That's the next rank that you want to hit. And by the way, you can make up to $1,500 in the compensation plan as a manager. So let's get you there as soon as you possibly can. It's just simply 2 people right, 2 people left at silver above. Now, the way you go to director is you just put a manager on the right, a manager on the left. You have to have 3 personals on each side and a manager on each side of your tree to be a director. So you saw how simple it was to be a manager, 2 right, 2 left. You just helped 2 people do the same thing that you did. Now you're a director and you can make up to $2,500 per week out of the team commission by going director. So that would be your 60-day goal, and you're going to set that. And all along, you're going to be creating momentum. So you're going to see that even though it might be a bigger goal, the people that you talked to a week ago might not get in the first time you talk to them, but they come in the next week. Or all the people you spoke to in 3 weeks come in on the 4th and 5th week. So it really starts creating momentum as we do this 90-day launch to senior director. So your last goal for the next 90 days is going to be a senior director. So I would set a goal on each one of these ranks on your calendar: manager, director, senior director, in 30-day segments. And how do you go senior director? You need to break 2 of the directors that we talked about earlier. I'm sure Tim's going to talk to you about going onto the Bill 331 team training website on where to find some of the brochures and stuff. But the key for you to put the people's names in, everything's drawn out. But our goal is to get you to senior director. Remember, we spoke about this on Saturday. But if you're going to be serious about going senior director in the next 90 days, you do not want to push your goals on your team. Right. You want your team to be coming to you saying, I am ready. How do you do that? To set yourself up for success, set a goal for the next 90 days to put 20 personals to the right and 20 personals to the left. With this incredible X39 patch technology and the testimonies that we are hearing, it's such an easy way to start a conversation that Tim and Sabrina are the experts at teaching people how to open their mouth to talk. You will go 20 right, 20 left in the next 90 days if you consistently do our 3-3-1 system, which is talk to 3 people, follow up with 3 people, and put somebody in front of a Zoom or the application or a rerun of the Zoom that we've done. You just get them in front of that and you set your goals to be putting personals in every week. The reason why we like a monthly goal and a weekly goal is because maybe sometimes you don't hit the weekly goal of 3 people, but you got all the way till the end of the month. Because a lot of times, 2 weeks after you talk to someone, they say, I'm ready to get my stem cells reactivated. I heard what you said. I feel sluggish. I realize that my stem cells are not active like they should be, and I want in. So it's you're planting that seed, which you're going to hear incredible fun. A fun way to talk to people by Tim and Sabrina today. They are just experts at this. That's why we have them on there. They're on their game, and they're executive directors. But set this goal in the next 90 days that you'll put 20 right, 20 left. It might be a big goal that you might think of, but when you start opening your mouth and realizing how simple it is to talk to people and start a conversation, you'll be blown away by how much fun it is to help people and better their lives, give them a better quality of life with this X39 patch. Lastly, before I bring Tim and Sabrina up, we've got added meetings for everyone. Take a picture of this. Because we want you to win much faster. You don't have to wait now all the way to a Wednesday night or a Thursday Spanish. We're going to starting on Monday night. We're going to be having the same opportunity that we have, but all the people that you heard speak last Saturday are going to be taking turns doing the Monday opportunity at 8 o'clock. So you're going to have all these different personalities. And by the way, everyone was on their game and they were incredible.
Yes.
So you put anyone on to any one of these meetings, you're going to see incredible results. So Gina, Onyx, and myself are going to still be on the Wednesday and the Saturday hosting different people, especially on the 90-day launch Saturday trainings. You're going to have different personalities, different people, different successful leaders every Saturday. But on the Monday and the Friday, which is at noon, so you can get people around the world plugged in a little bit easier. And there's a lot of people in America because this is the fastest growing market in the entire world. And people kind of take off a little bit or have a little more freedom on a Friday. We just wanted to start putting, and by the way, we're putting a lot of people in it that are in their 70s and 80s that are on fire with a new passion. And they usually got a little more free time in the day. So we're going to try doing this. And this is going to just be for the next 90 days. So we encourage you to get your people on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm not saying you have to be on every one of these, but if you're engaged and you want to have your prospects a place to put them, we are setting you up for success. So you can hit the senior director in the next 90 days. So we are just flat fired up to be partnered up with all of you and making this happen in a big way. We're excited today.
So, hey, we got that rocket ship with the label on it, Quantum Field. Onyx, did you see that girl?
Yeah.
So cute.
Let's go, baby.
That was Gina's idea.
We're loading up the rocket ship.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's so true. All you all need to do is plug in, become a part, lock arms with Steve, Gina, and myself. We want to see you all win. This team is full of the most amazing group of leaders that all want to see you win. So we're really glad that you're here today.
We've got our websites up in 100 different languages. This is the best website. Tim and Sabrina are going to be talking about it. Take a quick picture if you're brand new. StartX39.com. I wanted just to make sure that the newest people knew that we have the best product team website. Onyx, tell them a little bit about it because you designed this website and it's the hottest ticket for a network marketer. If you're brand new, this is why most people don't succeed in a network because they don't have a site like this.
Correct. So often I think people don't succeed in a network because they think they need to know everything so that they can start talking to their friends and family. And what ends up happening is you all look like know-it-alls instead of something that's actually duplicatable. So after 3 years, guess what? Onyx is a know-it-all. I know what there is to know about X39. And even though I know all that, I lean on the tools. What does that mean? When I'm interacting with somebody about this amazing product and about this amazing opportunity, I don't tell them about X39, even though I'm perfectly capable of doing it. I don't because I'm not duplicatable. Instead, what I do is say, hey, give me your cell phone number. I'm going to text you a link. And I text them startx39.com. 100% of the people that I interact with about this amazing company and this amazing product and this amazing opportunity and this amazing team, I text the website. So I don't try and figure out what video I think they might want to watch. Everything you all need and your prospects needs is on there. So if they want to have a shallow dive and just watch a little 2-minute video, it's there. If they want to have a deep dive and spend a few hours looking at the patents and the science and how GHK works and all that sort of stuff, it's all there as well. And I don't take any data from the site. So you will not lose your prospects by sending them to that site. They still have to go back to you in order to sign up into the business. So
And
if you're
Tim
not
and
using
Sabrina
this, you're
okay.
missing it.
And
Go ahead,
Tim
sorry,
and
Steve.
Sabrina are going to give us great info on how they use this link, but I wanted you to have a picture of it. Onyx, tell them real briefly about our system, 9 steps to success, Build 331, that they can go to get any kind of information they need, how to work their back office, how to enroll people, everything they need to know, enrollment forms.
Correct. Everything you need is in there. Even when Steve and Gina started, Onyx, I need this. Onyx, I need that. Whatever they needed, I would go to Build 331 and I would text them the very thing that they needed. After I did this, whatever it was, 5 or 6 times, Steve said to me, "Oh, everything we need is actually on that website." I said, "Yep, it's exactly correct."
Yeah.
So again, I don't want you to memorize that website. That is not the goal. What I want you to know is you've got everything you need in your back pocket. The best way for you to build this business is to be ignorance on fire and not to know everything. When somebody asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, no big deal. You write it down, you plug in with your upline, you plug in with me or with Steve and Gina or whoever you want to ask. You put a question right on Facebook and you'll see this group is full of people that want to see you succeed and you'll find the answer. So you learn, it's like on the job training, you learn as you go. But this website has got everything you all need in order to build a business and it's completely free.
And talk about being on fire, ignorance on fire. We got one of the fastest couples ever to get started with us to hit executive director, 3rd highest rank in the company. Take it away.
So, hey, we are super excited to welcome executive directors Tim and Sabrina Gidley. Woo!
Woo, 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 woo.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Can everybody
hello.
hear us?
Hey,
Yes.
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, great, great, great. Here's my wife. I'm ignorance and she's on fire, so I'll let her go.
Hey everyone, Happy New Year. You know, there is so much for us this new year, 2023. I had this dream recently that a pickup truck, Tim and I were in a pickup truck and we were traveling along and that pickup truck morphed into a rocket ship. And then we hit acceleration. And what I want to tell you guys is that this is the year where your hard work, just day after day, continue to do that. Your hard work is going to morph into that acceleration that will speed you along to where you want to be, to where you've set your goals. So don't shy away from setting high goals. Don't shy away from showing up every day, doing the work, doing the 331, because it will take you there and you're going to meet and see your goals come fulfilled.
That's fire. I like that. All right. So we are excited and I have tried to be ignorant, even when I do know a lot of things. I try to have that blank stare and smile. You know, I did it this morning. I've already done a meeting this morning out here in Arizona. So I'm a couple of hours behind you guys. So you guys are going to have to let me know what happens in the future because I'm 2 hours behind you. But this has been an amazing, we've been out here in Arizona and just sharing with people. I'll give you a little personal testimony of myself. Are we good? Everybody can hear me? We're good? All right. My 10-year-old, she just turned 10-year-old and she, a few weeks ago, she asked us, Dad, want to go skiing for my birthday. So we came out here to Flagstaff and Snowball, did some skiing, and then we did some sledding. And I had some tumbles, I had some spills, but the next morning I did not wake up sore, which normally I would. So I was very excited about that to be able to share with people. And that's how I started conversations with people on the slopes, is I would go, man, I have fallen so many times, because that's kind of a common thread when you're on the slopes. And I would say, and I'm amazed that I'm not sore, thankful to this thing that I've been doing. And people were asking, well, what are you doing? And I said, I would lift my wrist just like this right here. This is the magic button right here. This is what you want to do. Push the button for success. And I just looked and said, well, you've not heard of X39. I used to wear it on the back of my neck, but I felt like a weirdo always going like this, trying to get people to look down my shirt. So nobody wanted to do that. So I just would do this. And I'm a singer and a minister. And sometimes I'll sing and I'll raise my hand like that. And so people know I didn't cut my arm shaving or something. What is that? So, you're able to tell them, have you ever heard of X39? And they'll say, no, never really have. Well, what is it? And I've learned this I wrote a few things down just to make sure I could get them to you, but I've learned a few things in communicating with people is that people glaze over if you get too complicated. So I just turn around and I ask them a question and said, let me ask you something. What if I could show you a way to regenerate your own stem cells to a younger and healthier place? And everybody looks at me and goes, well, yeah, that'd be cool. I said, great. Well, we're skiing. Well, we're at dinner. Well, we're doing this. Why don't I just send you this website, startx39.com. And I said, I love this thing. I heard it from either Steve and Gina or Onyx. You can tell people, hey, the doctor's reports are there. The patents are there. There's videos. If you want to spend all day, take a deep dive, you can. If you want to take a shallow stroll, you can. It's whatever you want to do. And then you just kind of back off. I did it this morning. I had a friend of mine that I texted yesterday that wanted to get with me. And so I got with him, and then he opened the door. He said, last night I had to take my wife to the emergency room. It looked like she was having chest pains, heart attack, all this kind of stuff. And he says, thankfully she wasn't. It was something else. But it opened, it had to do with the heart, but it wasn't a heart attack, thank God. But it opened the door, and I was like, Bishop, I need to tell you something. I need to share something with you, because if I don't, it would be criminal. And he goes, well, what are you talking about? And I said, you got to hear. I just raised my arm like this. I was like, praise God that she's okay. But you need to press this little button right here. So if you press this button, I start talking. Put the dime in, you're going to get the whole song. You know what I mean? So he touches this thing, and I said, let's sit down and drink our coffee. And I just told him just a little bit of our own testimony. And for one thing, I smile a lot and I have fun with people, because I learned this from one of the biggest networkers in the world. If you ain't fun, nobody's going to work with you. So if you're a drag, nobody wants to hang out with you. I don't care how good your information is. If you come across timid, or if you come across, you don't have to be a weirdo. I'm a little weird sometimes. But you just smile, be friendly, and be just casually excited about what you have, and just be ready to just share some things with people when you're able. I'm going to get into the system, but there's a few things that people always ask me. What do you say? And you know what? There's some great things when you get your kit. You get this thing that, what the mission of the company is and all these different things. There's a few things that you can say, hey, what is X39? And I always say, man, it's some pretty exciting patented technology right there. It gives it, if it's patented, it means it had to get some kind of a number from the US government. That's a pretty good thing right off the bat for sharp people. They like patented things. It means it's quality. So patented technology. And then another thing that I got from just this, my kit, I'm not saying that I'm this brilliant, but I can read and I can write. So that sets me up for success. So, and then I study it and get it in my knower. So I've been telling people, you got to be excited, and you do be ignorant. You don't have to know everything, but know a few key buzzwords. Patented technology just sounds awesome. If you're talking to your buddies, you're just like, hey man, this stuff's amazing. And they'll try it. They're your buddies. But when you're in the elevator with a guy with a $500, $600, or $1,000 suit on, they're wanting to know, something. Say, hey, we've gotten a hold of some amazing patented technology that's changing people's life. Here's startx39.com. Check it out. And here's my number. I was standing in line with somebody at Disney World the other day, and they asked, hey man, what's that thing you got on your arm? And I was just like, hey, I tell you what, here's my phone number. And I put all the information on my phone. And I turned around, I said, take a picture of this. Why did I do that? Because that, if I was going to text it to them, they're giving a stranger in line their number. They might not want to do that. So what I told them was, I said, here's my number. I just turned it around. Here's my number, and here's startx39.com. Take a picture of that. If you like what you see, then just call this number. That way, it's not like I'm trying to spam them or get their information, but I'm able to share some things with them. And then they know, hey, this guy wasn't trying to get anything out of me. This information must be pretty good. And so that's how we've kind of crossed the line with people in a good way that are strangers when they ask us. Because sometimes they're like, well, I don't want to give my number out. I don't know this guy. Well, just put it on your phone. Take a picture of your information. Turn right here. Take a picture of that. And then if you like what you see, give me a call and I'll hook you up and start getting you some of this stuff. Transformative is a great word. You know, what is this X39 thing? It's transformative technology. You know, people are having, you know, better sleep, reduced stress, sharper mental focus, overall feeling. It's another one that I got, an overall feeling of youthful vitality. That's fun. Who doesn't want to be youthful, and who doesn't want to have vitality? So it's youthful vitality. And how am I getting this youthful vitality? Through some patented technology. You know, it's just you can take these and just put a puzzle together and then just practice these things. Because I've had people say, well, I don't know what to say. And I was just like, well, I mean, start in English. That's a good place to start. Start in English, you know, and then don't be whiny. And I understand not everybody is a speaker. I'm a speaker. I speak in front of thousands of people. That's just who I am. But anybody can look at somebody and just go, hey, this is patented technology, and it has a dynamic business opportunity around the technology. Now, where did I get that? Is Tim Gidley brilliant? No, remember, my wife's on fire and I'm ignorant, but I can read. And so we put these little things together, and then I just talk about them so that when I come into the situation, it naturally, I mean, Steve is a professional athlete. He didn't, after a while when he was beginning water skiing, and I know when we were starting skiing on the mountain, you got to really concentrate to even not land on your butt on a consistent basis. You got to concentrate, do the basics. But after a while, Steve's doing flips and landing on one foot and, you know, carrying people and whatever, you know, without thinking about it, because there's a little thing called muscle memory. Your body remembers the training. So it's the same thing with this. Your mind will remember the training, but you have got to actually put just a little bit of time into this every day, you know, and just share this thing with yourself and just get these little things in. Well, tell me about, has it been tested? Yeah, it's been rigorously tested in 70 clinical trials. See, that's straight out of the book that Dr. Schmidt put out. Everything I'm telling you, patented technology, dynamic business opportunity around the tech, transformative tech, better sleep, reduced stress, overall feeling of youthful vitality, rigorously tested, 100+ patents. Here's another thing that I used today. I said it's affordable. This technology is affordable, non-invasive. Now, here's something that really fired me up, and then I want to go through just a list of things. This fired me up, and I told somebody yesterday, this put another bullet in my gun, because I had one of my distributors that actually went to a stem cell therapy conference. And one of the things that they said was that in stem cells, in the United States being lawful, the only thing you can do is actually take stem cells and put it into a joint, any one of the joints. That's what's lawful. And if you have a systemic problem, then it can be put into a certain muscle group. Now that's very limiting. Plus it's like $6,500 to $20,000 to just be able to do that. The thing that got me excited is all the different reactions that people are having by putting the patch on, pushing the button. My eyes are better. Some people's hearts are getting younger. Stem cells are going in and working on people's livers, their lungs, osteoporosis. There's so many. I mean, just go on the testimonial site, where in the United States, you can only get into your joints or something else, maybe in a muscular area. You know, that's it. And then a lot of times it's blowing out, where with X39, it's hitting everything. You're wearing it on your neck or on your belly, or like I like to say, stick it where it hurts, Sam. Wherever it is, stick where it is. I've had people that are able to sleep better with the patch, but some aches and pains didn't go away. And so I said, stick it exactly where it hurts. And then everything changed when that therapy was really hitting that area. So everything that I've told you is kind of bullets in the gun, or bullets within the system. You're going to use everything I just told you to do a 3-3-1. And everybody, the thing it is, you got to take these things and not just learn them and not use them. You got to take action. Now, let me put something that'll kind of fry you. This isn't taking action. You're watching me. That's all you're doing. This is not going to sponsor anybody, but you are learning how to do it. But what you're going to have to do is actually take action. Watching a video for the 400th time is not taking action in your business. It makes you think that you're doing something. Woo, man, my God, I'm tired. I watched 40 videos. That's great, but you're already in. You need to get these videos out to other people. Call somebody. Hey, Have you heard of X39? Picking up the phone, dialing it, putting it to your ear, and communicating with another heartbeat is what builds this business. So what I did to get over some fear and things like that, find something that gets you excited. Me, last thing I do is I look at my children, and I liked that we were able to go skiing, Steve. I enjoyed being able to afford the equipment. I enjoyed being able to get on a plane for 5 people and not be sweating it. And you know why? It's because I've been wearing this patch and been able to push the button and everything comes out. So you got to get it, and you get passionate about it, and all of a sudden you're just like, hey man, have you heard of X39? Or hey, have you heard of X39? And you're just like, hey, it's patented technology. And man, we've even got a business designed around this technology. It's tremendous. It's just sharing. And I told somebody the other day, I said, you know what? You always tell me about movies that you go and see. Why is that? Well, I like the movie. Well, that's the reason why I'm telling you about X39. I like X39. My only difference is that when I've told people to go watch King Richard or something like that for Will Smith, Will never cut me a check one time for the people that I put in the theaters for him. But X39 LifeWave every Tuesday, as I say, is Good Friday, because they send us money for doing this and sharing it with people. So you just want to be able to have a few things. The biggest thing, reduce stress, sharper mental focus, better sleep, inflammation. I just tell people, you can build $1 billion business on better sleep, less stress, getting youthful vitality. I'm having guys calling me and say, man, I'm leaping out of bed in the middle of the night to go do my business in the bathroom. And then I just run back to bed and I go to sleep, where usually that was a 20-minute process in the past. I'm not stiff anymore. I'm able to do what I got to do. I'm waking up feeling good. This is something that applies, literally to everybody. So you want to be able to get people into the system. You want to be able to share with your team immediately. If somebody, to get them interested, if they're interested, to startx39.com. You got videos, you've got all the patents, you've got all the numbers, you've got the studies. I was on the phone yesterday doing, it was with a doctor. I think it was a doctor. And what we did was, there it is, build 331. Then you've got startx39.com. The first thing I told the doctor was, hey, I'm not a doctor. I said, you're a doctor. You know way more about this, but I will tell you what I have seen and what I have heard. And then I said, sir, I told him a few testimonies, things that happened in my life and what I've seen in my team. And I said, out of respect for you, you're going to understand these studies way more than I'm going to. So let me send this to you. You review that and I'll call you back. He loved it because we were on the phone yesterday. Onyx was helping us with a call between the United States and the Philippines. We're talking to somebody that's got 2 double doctorates, one in microbiology. Like I'm even going to be able to play ping pong with this lady. It's just ridiculous. But you, like me, this company has set us up with the ultimate in tools. Start X39, baby. Just send it. Everything is right there. And you just tell them, hey, you can take a shallow walk or a deep dive. Everything you need to know is on this. So that is your system. When you bring somebody into the business, then you've got build 331. Then you go over to step 3. You want to look at all of them, but step 3, there's a lovely lady on there, forget her name, but she takes you through the whole 331 process. And then you can also go there. It has ask, give, and share. That's where you find your little envelopes to be, you can stuff these things in your pocket, but the great thing is you can put them in these envelopes and send them for a stamp. You've got $1 billion technology that you can send for 55 cents, and just pull it out of your pocket like a quarter and send it to people. And it gives them all the information that they would need to be able to get started. And then 331, there's people that ask me questions. I'm like, have you been to Build 331 yet? Because you're asking me things that have been written down that you should be able just to go read. And they're like, you're right. Build 331. You want to do things that are duplicatable. So you don't want to be the doctor. You don't want to be the know-it-all. You want to send people to start X39 with just these very simple things. Have you heard of X39? That's my biggest thing. I wear it where people can see it. Have you heard of X39? And they go, no. And then I just go, this little patch, it stimulates stem cells. And some of the things that I've gotten from hundreds of people that we put on this is better sleep, reduced stress, sharper mental focus, cognitive skills going through. These are and anybody can do this. This is not Mandarin Chinese. This is easy stuff. All you have to do is share it. And then that sounds pretty incredible. Yeah, it really is. would you be interested in some info that I could just text to you? Yeah, sure. Well, if it's your friends, if sure, they're going to do it. It's a video. Everybody likes watching a video. Then you send StartX39, follow up with them in 24 to 48 hours. What did you like best? What, can I get you some? If you're with them, stick them. If you're with them, stick them. Here, wear this, turn around, whap, right on the back of the neck. So you build a list. You got to call them, like I've told them, talk, get it into people's conversations. If you're standing in line with somebody that is obviously limping, you're like, hey, you know what? I have a friend that was dealing with that. I'm thankful that we found X39. It just varies. What do you mean? What is X39? Oh, glad you asked. Then you share a few. It's patented technology. It's transformative. I mean, and it's non-invasive. It's affordable. These are little things. People love non-invasive because I don't know whether you know it or not, but people are not really, they're seeing the effects of some of the past things of getting invaded or jabbed and stuff like that. People love affordable. I don't know you, I don't care how rich you are. You like affordable. Everybody that I know is successful is always looking for a deal. So when you're able to share that, this technology, is so affordable, where other stem cells is so limiting and you don't know what it's going to do and it's cost thousands of dollars. This is so affordable. It's basically a month of Starbucks if you buy it every day. This patch is about $3 and you're able to transform your body with this transformative technology. These are just little fun words that gets into people's headspace. Patented technology. So I keep on saying it because this is duplicatable. Then you follow up, but you take everything that I'm telling you right now, you just put into the 331. And this thing is so simple. I remember the days of being in network marketing and going into a dark room and doing, trying to get ready to call people, trying to psych myself up. And, Steve and Gina took a company to $1 billion status that had no science, none. And it's amazing. We all participate. I love the taste of it. That was great. But this has so much science behind it. I've looked at people and go, this is not voodoo. It has so much science behind it. And that's why you got to go to StartX39. Matter of fact, not everybody has to do this, but I've thrown out a lot of patches that people did not end up wearing. And I honestly believe it's because I didn't build the value of the patch. And the doorway to get a patch from me is that you got to go to StartX39 and you got to tell me something that I know you would only know by going to StartX39. And then you're going to get a patch from me, 3, 6, or 9, depending on their influence, depending on your relationship. But I've had too many people on my team tell me of people that are still sitting there, haven't used the patch. It's been sitting in the drawer. We've got a guy in the Philippines that's building now that had the patch sitting in his drawer for 6 months. The person that gave it to him never really built the value. They just thought, but my guy built the value. Like, wait a minute, we have this thing. It's right here in my drawer. But, they're signing up with us because we built the value and then we're able to show support. Now, I think I've covered some stuff, but I just really want with Steve and Gina and with Onyx. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Steve and Gina have made a lot of money in this industry. Onyx is, some of my calls, she's told me and told the people, because sometimes some of the people, they need to be beyond the science and beyond the patch and the testimonials. They want to know what success is available in this industry. That is a selling point to anybody that you get that is making more money to you, that is more successful than you. It's going to be a long shot that they've made more money than these 3 people, even in their own industry, let alone network marketing. And because they don't just sit up in an ivory tower and I'm shocked. They always give their cell number to everybody that I bring on the phone with them. And they end up bypassing me and talking to Steve and Gina. Is that offensive? No, not at all. It means that I can go 331 somebody else with the support that they're able to give. And then they reinforce the things that I've learned from them. So Steve and Gina and Onyx are tremendous tools and they're humble. Never one time has Steve ever said some of the toys and things that he's been able to play with because of his success. I always have to draw it out. Hey, tell them about some of the stuff you've been, tell them about all the trips you've been on, tell them about, they're all humble and they're willing to serve each and every one of you, but you have to be able to qualify people to get on the phone with Steve and Gina. You know, you don't want to waste their time with, you know, your mother-in-law if she's never done anything and she's still not wearing the patch after 5 days. That's not who you put on the phone. You're looking for somebody that their eyes get big, and the white of their eyes, they have some influence. They're excited a little bit, and you're like, wait a minute, let me get you on the phone with somebody that has been super successful in this. Because I might have been, you know, I might have made $3,000 in a week in this business, but they're dwarfing that at much more. So it's more fun to put them on the phone just to be able to share some things. So that's a part of the 331 system, is using the tools that of Steve and Gina and Onyx personally, because they're absolutely wonderful. Also, the meetings, the Monday meeting that's going to be starting Monday at 8 o'clock. And then you've got noon on Friday. And of course, they're keeping the Wednesday. How do you use those? Well, there's times with what I do, I can't get on those. I'm either singing or I'm ministering somewhere, but that does not mean that I cannot use that. I can call my Bishop Simpson that I was with today and go, hey, what I want you to do is this Monday, I want you to get on, give them the link. I said, you're going to be able to see some of my buddies, and it'll take you even deeper. Well, how do you, it's a second exposure. They've already seen it from me. Now, this is away from their own home, from their own car, from a parking lot somewhere, or from a Circle K while they're filling up gas. They can look on their phone, and it's a follow-up. And Steve and Gina and Onyx will put them in for you. So even though you may not be able to do a meeting that day, you can always text somebody and say, hey, enjoyed our conversation about X39. If you want to go deeper with this, I'm going to send you a Zoom link, and you can see some of my friends that are extremely successful. Here's some more testimonies, you know, that of people that have been helped in so many different ways. It's getting amazing. Like I said, I joked about that this patch was like the Benny Hinn patch. It's a miracle patch. I mean, there's just people are getting all kinds of different results and wonderful things. So you're using this system that they're giving, you're plugging people in. You don't have to do the follow-up, but you arrange the follow-up. You're doing what you have to do with your initial income builder. And while you're building this, you're using Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's like doing a workout. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you can't be on there, make sure that you have somebody on there. Promote it to your team. Get it to your leaders. Make sure it's going down. Not one time. Nobody sees it one time. You got to ding people's phones, Make a few phone calls to your leaders. Call your blabbermouths, call your busybodies in your group that love to talk to people and say, hey, build this. So remember, you don't have to be a doctor. Keep it simple. Use the tools. Get your language right. Patented technology, dynamic business opportunity around it. If you've only got 1 minute with somebody, hey, what do you do? Let me ask you something, pal. If I could show you.
Okay, we dropped his internet for a second for some way, but wow, are you kidding me? Was that some incredible? I've got pages and pages of notes from what he just shared with us, keeping it simple. I'm sure he's going to log back on. In fact, say a couple words to everybody, what's going on, what you're seeing from all this incredible. I love that we brought Tim and Sabrina on here first, because they're just being real and keeping it simple, and how they took it to the third highest rank of the company so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I got 3 or 4 pages. I think it's 4 pages of notes now. It's amazing.
Yes, it is.
He's so simple and on key. And you can hear that when he's talking to people, he's constantly using the Start X39 website. When people want to dig deeper, they wanted more information. He's using the opportunity meetings, even though he's busy. Are you back on?
Am I back on?
Oh,
okay,
good.
Here we go. We're back. We're just
blowing us away.
about you.
You're blowing us away. We're having so much fun.
Yeah.
So, get your language, study it, get it in. So when you're just, you know how to hit somebody within a minute. And it's that thing of turning around and not trying to explain it, but just what if I could show you a way to fire up your own stem cells back when they were working back in your 20s? What if we could do, just little things, and then right over to Start X39. Just don't talk too much. Use the system, use your upline that is so willing to be used, because when you win, we win. That's just the bottom line. And let's see, use the meetings Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And here's the other thing, for the patch to work, it has to be worn every day. That's the biggest thing that I have found out, is that when people don't get a result, it's because they hit it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The meetings you hit Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Your patch you put on every day.
Yeah.
And so, now listen, I had somebody the other day that was wanting to cancel their auto ship because they didn't feel what they wanted to feel. And I said, well, where do you want them to feel? And they said, well, I've got nerve damage in my hand. And I said, well, where have you been putting the patch? They're like, where you told me, back of the neck. I said, I'm ignorant. Don't listen to me. I said, well, here's what you do. Put the patch directly on the spot. And within 24 hours, she said her hand literally woke up. She got feeling back in. We're talking about nerve damage. So she went from wanting to cancel. Now she's probably on this, learning how to build. Okay, I need to do this. So always ask people questions. Don't just say, okay, we'll cancel your auto ship. No, ask them a question. How you been doing this? Let's make sure. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. What'd you do? What'd you do? Tell me, because this thing worked. Well, you're right. I haven't been wearing it every day. No, challenge people, because we're changing lives here, and just a little tweaking can cause people to stay on for one more month to be able to get the reaction they need. Also, go back and talk to the people that you talked with in the very beginning. We've got a big thing happening in the Philippines right now because of a guy that I talked to, one of the first guys we talked to 6 months ago, Steve. 6 months ago, doctor guy out in California, and he did read enough to realize that wounds get healed up by X39. Wounds. He fell in his house, hit his glass table, ripped through his hand, hit an artery. If he didn't know what to do, he had died. I mean, he was blood. So then he calls me. Hey, man, you know that stuff you're telling me about that closes wounds? I got a major freaking wound right here that I need to close. And he goes, so he 6 months later, he joins and wants to build, and then calls his brother in the Philippines. And now his brother sponsored like 6 people in the last like 72 hours. It's been amazing. So go back, share with people on a friendly basis. Hey, because most people expect people in these type of businesses, they're going to go for maybe a month, get discouraged and quit. You coming back and going, hey, I just got to share with you some things that have happened with people over the last, and then put the money, the very last thing. Put the money. Oh, and by the way, we're cranking some really nice cheddar. It's really cool. It's been a blessing, but people are having wounds, diabetes. I just had a lady yesterday, diabetic, who's down to pre-diabetic now, but her eyes, she was having damage from diabetes with her eyes. And she said, her optometrist said, what are you doing? Because your eyes look better. They look younger. And it's like, I'm just doing this X39 thing. Use your testimony. I encourage people, go on and read the testimonials, because you're going to run into people with the very same problems. And then you're able to say, I just read this testimony the other day of how they got rid of this. And guess what? They're not going to, well, what tell me? What's, how do you get this done? You just have a few little key things and just be listening for what people need. And of course, if somebody's going to be talking about money, if they're talking about that they're having a hard time making ends meet, I'm just like, hey, would you like to do it from home? Because I'm going to tell you guys, once you get this in your spirit, once you get 331 in you, you can't go to bed. Matter of fact, you're probably going to be like Renata and start trying to do 30, 30, 10. Instead, it depends on how fast you want to go. You probably want to go do 10, 10, 5, whatever. But I walk around. I went to Disney with my kids the other day and did like 6, 6, 5. I'm standing in line. I'm talking to people. They're wanting to know what the patch is on my arm. I'm texting somebody. I'm showing them, hey, check that out. Stem cell therapy. People are getting help healed. People are walking again. People are this, that. I just have all kinds of, somebody died. We put patches on them. They came back. It was amazing. Just whatever. I'm kidding. Don't take that to that. Now, here's another thing right before I give it back over. I probably have gone over my time, but go over to 331, build 331. This is something that's really cool. You can print this off. It gives me, I have it on my phone where I text all my new people. This is the first goal. A matter of fact, what I've done is, if you have it on your phone, create a file that has testimony pictures, that has stuff like this, that has encouraging things. And then I just go, boom, right to that file. And I send this to people. This is our first goal. And then when they get near that, if they're really ambitious, then you can print this off. This is how to go director. I just find that people that are able to see something, they're able to do it. If you can see it, you can do it. So, and then it goes all the way up. I've got senior director over here somewhere, but you know, those are the three things. That's what we're wanting to do. It's what we're desiring to do with this 90-day launch, is to get people to manager first. Listen, guys, I went manager without product. I didn't have any patches. And some of you are making the mistake, well, as soon as I get a testimony, then I'm going to tear shit. That's a slow boat to China, because when your people start saying that to you, you're going to get frustrated. There's too much science and there's too many testimonies already to be able to share with people. Plus, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee or a 90-day money-back guarantee. I'm like, what's the purpose of sitting here? You're already in. I called my buddies. I was like, listen, I got this patch that I'm wearing that this is happening. I know that you have this, and this. Why don't you get on it? I didn't even offer him samples. I said, pull out your card, man. Let's get you a silver kit the way I did, and let's try this thing together. And I did it 6 times, and I got 6 people, and it happened in 4 days. And then I think another 5 days later, we were director or something. I mean, it's just people were doing that because you're like, hey, try this with me. You're my friend. This is 30-day money-back guarantee. You don't have to sit here and wait for thunder and lightning. It's going to happen. Like I heard Onyx tell somebody on one of our calls, you might be a one-patch wonder. I'm a one-patch wonder. Other people, it's going to take them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It might be, but you're going to have to show them some science and show them some love, and then pull the friend card and say, we're doing this. Now on day 28, if you're not feeling anything, by all means, stay on the product. But if you can't, go get your money back. It's a no risk. Let it sit on your Visa or on your MasterCard, on your American Express, whatever, and try the best thing for your health that I have found in forever. It's simple. It's patented technology. It's dynamic business opportunity wrapped around this technology. There's so many things that we can do. Reduce stress, youthful vitality. Who doesn't want that? And like my buddy Steve Merritt says, who doesn't want their stem cells rejuvenated? So I think I've covered about everything, but you can sit and watch a football game. You can go to Disney World. You can live your life in the grocery store and still send out videos. You don't even just have to call people, but you can send people texts, videos. Hey, watch this. This is amazing. I'll get back with you. You get back with me. When they get back, what did you like best? Don't ask them what they think. We don't care what they think. What did they like best about it? That puts you in the mood to be able to take somebody to another level. Hey, man, what'd you like best? Because if I ask my kids, hey, how was school today? What? Oh, it's kind of tired. I felt bad after gym. I had to put my good clothes on after sweating. No. I don't do that because it was a bad report. Hey, Max, what'd you like best today? Oh, man, gym was fun. We played football. It was great. You know, you're setting people up for success. And if you're wanting to do this, you got to learn how to be a leader. You're not looking, and this is my last thing that just came to my head. Usually that runs people's business into the ground is you're not talking to the people that would be motivated. They're not talking to the right people, because a 10, like in your overall abilities to communicate and personality, maybe you're a 10, but who's a 10 feel really comfortable to talk to? A 9. Who's the 9 feel good to talk to? An 8. Who's the 8 feel good to talk to? 7, 6, 5. Then the 5 really feels comfortable with a 3, and you see where I'm going. Your business is going backwards. Talk to people that make your knees shake, but they shouldn't shake too much because you've got the backing of this crew. You've got a system to interject yourself into. And guess what? The worst thing is a no. Oh my God, they said no. Who cares? Just tell them, hey, I'll get back with you in a month, and I'll share with you some of the things that are going on. Once you get a few no's, you just realize who cares. You know, if somebody filled up an Olympic-sized swimming pool with blue ping pong balls, and then they had 2 ping pong balls in there that were red, and they told you, just find the 2 red ping pong balls in the next day, and I'll give you $10 million. Are you going to go up to the pool and go, yep, that one's blue. All right, sandwich break. Nah. You're going to get in there. You're going to be throwing things, because you're going to find those 2 balls that are going to set up your family. This is what this is. You're putting people through a system with a proper language, with videos that have already been propped for you. You talk the least that you can. You're not going after. You're just basically putting people through. You're not a yes and you're not a no. You're not worried. You're putting them through a system and what they want to do, because God is in control of your yeses and he is definitely in control of your nos, because there's certain people you do not want in your business. You just don't. They're not worth it. They're trouble. but God has specific people that he has called to be in your business because he wants to bless you. You just have to get off your blessed assurance and actually do the system. Get off your blessed assurance and do something. Make the call, put people through the system, and it'll be awesome. And you will automatically find your directors. You will find your managers. You will find the people that want to do this and do it well. So, you know, I don't have any problem talking about this, but I think that will probably cover it.
Amazing, Tim. Everybody give him a hand.
Woo, woo, woo.
That's exactly
Love you guys.
For our very first launch Saturday to go senior director. You hit every point. I will say, if you can clarify, when you say send out the videos, they're on the link. I mean, you're sending
right.
Start X39.
You're sending Start X39. All the videos that you need are on Start X39. Yeah. So, you know, it's just ready. I'm ready always. I'm constantly, when I'm on Facebook, I'll be like, I can't believe I haven't talked to that person yet. And then boom, it's like, hey, it's Tim. I've run across something amazing. Start X39 and I'll talk to you. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and it's as simple as that. It's really just as simple as that.
And Tim, I think what blows me away as well is that pretty much since all of us started not long ago, no one's been really in more than 6 months. We've been promoting these Zoom meetings. So these are these meetings that we've got Saturday training, like 1 hour today. We get everyone up to speed on what they need to learn. Now, if they implement what you just taught them today for this next week, they're going to crush this. Just implement what Tim taught you this week. Don't work on anything else. And then, like you said, here's all the other meetings. But just confirm that basically our whole program and all this success, all the way to executive director, and you're rocketing it all the way to the highest rank, is from this meeting.
Yeah, it's really, you know, even if, you know, this is kind of the lazy man way to do it, but if you still want to, just put all your prospects, share Start X39 and point them to the Monday, the Wednesday, and the Friday. It'll be done for you. Steve and Gina will do it. This is the easiest thing that I've ever seen in network marketing or in business at all. You're communicating an idea, and what a better way. People love to sit in bed and watch something, and we don't have to do the physical meetings nearly as much as we did. We have this beautiful Zoom thing where anybody anywhere, you can even be traveling now to the grocery store, but still you're on the thing. Plug people into it. You don't even have to get with them. Just plug them into Steve and Gina, and they'll get the information. Send them the link. They can sign up. I mean, this is a 21st century business. This is Buck Rogers, man. This is fast. So
wow, what you taught everyone today, the simplicity, but the mindset. You're on your game, but you're keeping it simple. So you do have to be knowledgeable of what to say and what not to say. You know what's going on, and you're just plugging into that system. I mean, was incredible what you just taught us today, and we really appreciate you coming on. And you and Sabrina really mean a lot to us, and we really love having your leadership, and we love how everyone is rocking this thing.
Absolutely.
Well, you know where I learned it? I learned it from you guys in Onyx. Where we learned it.
Tim, I love your sense of humor, because I feel like when you say something, you're serious, but you've got a spirit of funness, and I'm like, it's really, really sinks in everything you say. I just love your teaching. I love everything you gave today. It was such a home run. I mean, I can't stop taking notes. Just your little nuggets and your little quotes that you have and your responses.
Hey,
I'm like,
if people want to have a little bit of fun with it, call some of your friends and go, listen, I've got something that you're absolutely not going to be interested in, but you're on my list. So let me just tell you about it, and I'm going to send you a link. And okay, goodbye. They're going to be interested. You can call people and just go, hey, I just found out, and hang up on them. Because everybody calls me back when I do that to them. Hey man, I just found out. It's like we got cut off. Everybody's calling me back. People that don't ever talk to me will call me back. Well, what just happened? What did you find out? I'm glad you asked, man. I'm glad we got our connection back. Boom. You can have fun in so many ways with this and build a business at the same time. It's a hoot.
And as a matter of fact, he just showed you that that's what he does, because all of a sudden he went blank.
Well, one of the things that I absolutely loved is that in 6 months, Tim is already earning enough money with his business to be able to do splurges and extra trips for his family, which is what this business is really all about. And while he's doing these extra trips and these splurging, he's still building business. He's doing 331 while he's standing in the line or while he's on the ski slopes. That's the beautiful thing about this. You can do this business while you're living your life. And
Amen.
So what a model you are for all of us, Tim. It's absolutely beautiful.
Cool.
On how to have fun.
Yeah.
331, let's have some fun, and how to spoil your family with the money you earn from this, and how to keep building business while you're spoiling your family. What could be better?
Everybody's interested in how to live a richer and better life, both physically, spiritually, and financially. Everybody's into it.
Sabrina, we love you. We love your fire. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for letting him have the time to teach. And, you know, I love that you're in Disney World, when you were in Disney World, and you're contacting people in line because the kids really don't care. You're like, Dad, contact more so we can come back.
Yep, I love it.
Great business.
Yeah.
Yep.
So guys,
That's where the people are.
Yes,
Where the people are.
that's right.
This is what we do on Saturdays. We are just helping you get yourself for your head in the game. Tim and Sabrina hit a home run and got you set up for the entire next week. So get out of the blocks today and start taking action. I love what Tim said. Watching a video is not going to make this happen for you, but at least get you the knowledge. But now let's implement what they said, and you can't mess it up. Like Tim said, just stop the conversation if you don't want to go any further, and they'll ask you the questions. Give them the startx39.com. But you know what? It is really a responsibility, from what Tim mentioned to us, that this is a responsibility for us to share this incredible product that you were sharing with technology. So again, we gave you the information. You know, the next meeting is going to be Monday. So let's, Mike and Saeed Hernandez are kicking off. They asked us, can we do the first meeting on Monday? And you're going to have different folks like Tim and Sabrina doing the meetings throughout this 90-day period. So you have all different kind of personalities, but we start that on Monday. So line them up, who you're going to have on there. In the meantime, make this rest of this weekend productive. That's right. So, hey, we look forward to seeing everybody Monday night, 8 p.m. It's going to be incredible. And again, remember, there's so many seats. How many people are you going to have butts and seats on the Zoom? That's the goal. Because you want to get to the finish line. Let's go. Let's work real hard this weekend to have as many people, new people, on the opportunity as well as yourself. Use Tim and Sabrina's techniques and the little words and the phrases and all that stuff that they set you up to win, and you know, practice on it as you're going through their weekend, and you're going to realize you're going to see incredible results with people on that Zoom. That's the key you want. The more people you have on Monday night, the more people that are learning about the opportunity that want to get started with you. So again, thank you so much, Tim and Sabrina Gidley.
We love you.
Stopping your vacation and sharing with us and just giving your heart. I mean, the amazing tidbits. Unexpected too.
Oh, it's just a great day. Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so glad you're on vacation. I'm so glad you're having a good time. And it's beautiful, all the tips. I agree completely with Steve and Gina. Take these tips, try it on. It's like wearing a new pair of shoes for a week. Try it for 1 week. See how it works for you and in your business. Everybody's different. Everybody brings something different to the table. But the key here is to take the best parts out of each one of the leaders. We're all sharing. Everybody wants you to win. And wow, did you two deliver today? So thank you so much for blessing us.
Hey, most of all, thanks for making us laugh today. That's exactly what really helped us. You know, you got to laugh at yourself, and then you win in a big way. So that really blessed us. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Hey, guys. So, hey, remember, your business ends Sunday night at midnight. So let's go, guys, for you U.S. people. We appreciate everybody on. God bless you, and have a great week. We'll see you Monday night at 8 p.m. Same link, same passcode, 39. God bless.
See you then.